You should already know when I walk in the door that it ain't no use in fronting on me. You should
Welcome to Jerusalem High, boy.
You're now rocking with that big boost radio.
Welcome to Jerusalem High, boy.
You're now rocking with that big boost radio.
Big Manny and Bug.
You're now rocking with that big boost radio.
Welcome to Jerusalem High, boy.
You're now rocking with that big boost radio.
Welcome to Jerusalem High, boy.
You're now rocking with that big boost radio.
Big Manny and Bug.
You should already know when I walk in the door that it ain't no use in fronting on me. You should already know when I walk in the door that it ain't no use in
Big
fronting.
Manny and Bug.
Welcome to Jerusalem High, ladies and gentlemen. It is your boy, Boogie, Oogie. Welcome to another segment of Jerusalem High. It is your boy, Boogie, Oogie. Alongside me, I got my beautiful co-host. Please introduce yourselves.
Ladies first.
Yeah, exactly. Beautiful. I'm joking. You're beautiful too, Una. What up, everybody? It's Kiana. Hosted Tea Time. Happy to be here with you all.
Tea time.
Take it away, Una.
My name is DJ Una. I am a product of the DJ Una Show every Thursday at 8 p.m. here on Big Goose Radio. We rapping out here, man. Appreciate the opportunity, Bug. I'm on a Tuesday night. Tuesday night.
You done moved up.
Jerusalem. I moved up. Come on, man.
Well, you done moved up to Jerusalem High, man.
I got the promotion.
Yes, man. It's so good to be on Jerusalem High with you guys. Shout out to our Uso Manny Koke, who Big Goose Manny. Continued prayers for our Uso. If you should know if you've been following us, Manny. This is a very important week, Manny and Kiana, for Manny. He's getting ready to lay his grandmother to rest, and so our prayers are with you, Manny, and the entire Nunu family. As you guys prepare, we know as Samoans, as Polynesians, Falawelavis, they're no joke, right? There's just so many different layers to what it takes to come together to make it a special day for our loved ones. And so we know that Manny, Big Goose Manny, you're in the middle of that right now. So our prayers are with you, man. We love you. And I can't wait till you're back in the seat that you belong in and that we're rocking again. So we love you, Big Goose Manny. Our prayers are with you. So stay safe.
You, Manny.
Aloha.
Yes, sir. Well, shout out to everybody that's on the live. We see you guys tapped in. Y'all need to hit that share button right about now, though, right?
Hit it.
Tell them, Una.
Hit it.
We need y'all to hit that share button right now. We want to say what's up to everybody that's tuning in, whether you're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Thank you all for tuning in. Especially shout out to Island City Media. We're also streaming on Dash Radio. Everybody say what's up to everybody who's listening in Hollywood, man. So shout out to DJ Green and my also on air with Q, man, for giving us the opportunity to air Jerusalem High on Dash Radio, man. We were able to. Last week was our feature on Dash Radio, and it was so dope, man. So shout out to the Uso DJ Green, man. So that's what's popping tonight. We got a dope show planned for you folks tonight. So if you just tapped in, make sure you hit that share button. You share this week. Tonight is especially dedicated to young people, right? And I would say parents too, right, Kiana? Because as much as we want young people, we need parents to be tuned in as well, right?
Really thought I was a part of the young people, but yeah. Parents,
no, girl, you ain't part of the young people. we don't punch that card.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. Heenan would not agree, and Heenan would say, "No, mommy, you are not a part of the young people crew."
Right.
Welcome to the old people. Oh, Una's still there though.
I'm still here. I'm almost up there.
You're almost up there, Una.
Yeah.
But I'm still good.
You're gonna
I'm
graduate very soon. But yeah,
enjoy it.
Definitely excited. Parents, if you're tapping in, such an important night. I'm excited to see just all of our young folks, young leadership really take center stage and show you all what they've been up to. So definitely a near peer. I'm very near their generation, but just a little bit on the seasoned side.
Absolutely. So dope to have you guys. How's the week been with you guys? You guys know, obviously, based on Governor Inslee's orders, the state of Washington is officially in lockdown. How are you guys taking in lockdown so far?
I feel like it's like the new norm for me. It hasn't changed. I mean, we've been in it for 6-7 months now. It's just, and we're going again with another lockdown. It's just I've been quarantined for about 6 months.
For real.
pretty much.
Same. I work from home, so I've been, and it's even if I wasn't working from home, like outside is closed anyways. It's raining now. All the stores and everything else is closed. Ain't much to do. So,
You
I think earlier on in the quarantine, it was a little bit different, getting adjusted to being, staying at home. And I will say, this is the most I've ever stayed home, probably in 10 years. But I
wow.
mean, not that kind of stuff, y'all. Like
Are
I'm
you? Oh
usually
yeah.
like
Okay. Just wanted to just
working
clarify
and doing other stuff.
that because you be
So
crying all the time, Kiana.
I'll be guy for community and working. So
Well, I'm gonna keep it funky. I got so.
hey, that's how I feel. That's why I thought it was
Trying to
Leon,
keep it real,
I'm just gonna
man.
keep it
Yeah.
100.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
miss
But I
Kai.
will say it's been a blessing, because my daughter's at home too. So this is the first time, y'all, that I've been able to be home for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and as
Wow.
many times that I have been, pretty much all my daughter's life. And so, as a working
Mm,
parent, I appreciate that. So I'm not mad about being on lockdown. It's a new world for me. So it's
Mm.
been exciting to
yeah.
say the least.
No. I
Exciting
agree.
in a weird way, but
It is. It is. It's. I mean, I at first it was like so dope. Like you had all this time to spend with the kids and family, and then it kind of weighs on you, right? When you having to go to the
Yeah.
grocery store, like 72 times in a week. I'm like, yo, y'all only eat breakfast and
Yep.
lunch. Y'all over
Mm-hmm.
there eating 67 different times in a day. Y'all need to chill out with that, man.
Yeah.
Otherwise, get a JOB.
Mm.
You know what I
Come
mean?
on.
No, but it's
Talk to
cool,
him.
man. It's cool to be at home and watch the kids kind of engage in their academics and they'll actually watch, as close as I can the progress is super
Mm.
dope, man. So shout out to everybody we're going to lockdown. Stay safe out there. COVID cases are rising. So be safe and be smart, about how you're out there and make sure you have your mask, you stay masked up, and you're
Yeah.
washing your hands, all that. Because at the beginning of the joint, right, I was like always washing my hands and like having the mask, and then when it kind of things kind of loosened up, like kind of I also kind of loosened up as well, like and then found myself like, oh dang, I better get back on it. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So
Yeah. Yeah.
But and earlier on in the lockdown too, the rates of infection were way lower than they are right
yeah,
now. So
yeah, yeah,
I've
yeah,
been watching Pierce County, and we had like 300 cases back then. We're up past 3,000, and so I mean, folks know what the lockdown is. We were at that place earlier on in
yeah.
this year, but the cases are 10 times more worse. So very serious, y'all. Make sure social distance as much as you can. I know that
Absolutely.
we're very communal
Yes, please.
people. Yes, yeah. Let's keep our
Yeah,
germs away from each other, but very
yeah.
serious.
Which is
Yeah.
so hard for us as Samoans, right?
Mhm.
As Polynesians in
Very
general,
hard.
like the whole lockdown thing just changes the dynamics for how we, exist as within our own families and in our extended families because we're all so close. It's like, oh, we can't come
Yeah.
over because what I mean, it's so tough. But we're learning. Let's just do the best. Be safe, man. We got a great show lined up for you guys. Thank you to everybody. If you just tuned in, Dash Radio, Island City Media, Big Goose Radio. We are live right now. We are going to be talking Uprise 2020. Before we get there, we have a couple of announcements from Mauso DJ Una. Una, can you run that one time?
There you go.
Free COVID testing happening tomorrow. Shout out to Asian
Hey,
Pacific Culture Center.
Uh-huh.
10 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can get this free COVID testing. Make sure you get there early. And that's happening tomorrow. And we'll post this flyer on all our social media outlets so that you can follow along. But here's something for you if you're looking for a spot to go to. And then this Friday, ladies and gentlemen, Fire Fridays, we have
Ooh.
Kaseki and whole lot of Vic.
A
Ma
whole
Uso,
lot of it.
a whole
Okay.
lot of Vic performing live right here on Big Goose Radio. We're gonna go up this Friday, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice,
So
nice.
if you're looking for a good time, tap in with us this Friday. Plug us into your Bluetooth. We got some dope live music from some amazing artists. Kaseki, they come to us from New Zealand.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. And the Uso Vic, man, he's in Utah right now. I see him on the live. What's up, Vic? Can't wait, man.
Okay,
He's got a new
okay.
single. He's got a new single, dropping low, dropping on Thanksgiving, November 26th. Up
Mm.
and coming artist, man, and we can't wait and to celebrate his success, but more importantly, catch a vibe with the Usos this Friday. So tune in.
Oh, yeah.
What else we got, Una? Hey, Paula Fuma, y'all. Y'all know. I don't want to get
I
into
love
like
her.
I love her too. I don't want to get too in too deep with this whole thing, Kiana and Una, but y'all saw what happened, right? I'm not even
Yeah,
gonna say the radio station's name. You know what I mean?
it's
This is
not
the
worth
name.
it.
It's not worth it. What I'm gonna say is Paula Fuma, right? Big Goose Radio, we have declared this month
Mm,
Paula Funga month.
Mhm.
And
come on.
so you can go and download all of her music, right? And our hope is to get Paula a fat bag for this
Hmm.
month, man. We appreciate we seen her like she was introduced to the world. What was the name of that show? American Idol.
Okay.
American
What's
Idol.
the name of that show?
I'm
It's like
almost
one of
forgot about the show,
There's
man. American
so
Idol.
many different
You're not young.
shows.
You're not young.
I mean, but Paula Funga, she's been doing music for so long. We love you, Paula. We support your music, whatever we can do. We are here, not only Big Goose Radio, but I speak on behalf of our community, our
Yeah.
Pacifica community. We are here. We love you. We appreciate the gift that you have, and we need everybody to go and run up those downloads, right, Una?
Oh yeah. Hashtag two. Paula Funga month.
Yes, let's run it. What else we got, Una? Yes.
Come
So
on, Project
On Monday,
253.
Project 253. That's our organization. And so this is our 10th year doing our annual Thanksgiving turkey giveaway. And shout out to all the partners that we have on there: Lab Production, Family
Mm.
Clothing, Hosanna 7, Uso Rollers, Harbor Christian Center, World Vision, and Fiola Bread and Deli. So these partners, along with so many other community members, have come together to put on this wonderful event that happens. And we are in our 10th year. And you can support, right, by making a donation
Yeah.
via Turkey, or just hit us up, send us a DM, or we'll post the flyer on there. You can send us a message. A mask is required, and you must stay in your vehicle because of the lockdown we're in. We're just going to have you drive through. Una's going to load your car, and then you could be on your way.
Come on.
Let's roll. What else we got, Us? Team Rail. Shout out to
Team Rail.
everybody that's been supporting the Uso Team Rail. That's copped a shirt. We appreciate you guys. We just got our first batch off. Thank you guys for supporting. And this deal is going to run through December, and all the proceeds that we collect go to the Palaita family. We love you, big Rail.
Yes, sir.
What else we got, Us? Big Goose Radio merch. If you need some of the merch,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm gonna tap in. BigGooseRadio253.com. Thank you
.com.
to everybody named Mama that continues to support Big Goose Radio. If you purchase something, just thank you, man. We are super grateful. What else?
And I see a lot of people. Big Goose Radio out in the public too. I mean, before lockdown, but
Yeah,
I've been seeing the merch being out there in Washington State. So big shout out to you guys for copping the merch.
yeah, man. Thank you.
That's
guys,
all
everybody.
love.
It's all love. What we got next? Here we go.
Yes,
right
sir.
here. Talk to him about this, Una.
Yes, I press.
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to talk to the young kids. You know what I'm saying?
Talk to him, Moose.
Polydope.com. We just released the website on my birthday last Friday.
Yes.
It is online. You could purchase your gear. I ship not within the country, but out of the country. So I see New Zealand's on.
Wow.
So if you guys want it, you guys can get it all worldwide. You know what I'm saying? So
That's what's up.
Polydope, probably we're running almost to 1 year now. December will be our 1 year.
Congrats,
So,
Moose.
we're working
Look
our
at
way
you,
up.
Una. You done grewed it up already, son.
Entrepreneur self.
Entrepreneur
Right.
DJ. Have your own
So-
clothing line.
So we have our I'm about to update with the old merch. We still have some old merch there, but our new merch is with the stress. You see me sporting it. We got the ski
Hey.
mask here,
Oh,
the hoodie, the military green hoodies we just got in. So
those are fire,
Definitely check it.
bro.
appreciate it, brother. So I think that's
Fire.
about it with our announcements.
Cool. Those are all the announcements. Shout out to Day One Fam as well. They got some merch out, and they're also putting together a health and fitness competition. I see some of the fam on there. Make sure you tap in with Day One Fam. We're gonna go to DJ Una for a quick song, and then after that, we are gonna bring on our guest this evening, ladies and gentlemen. DJ Una, Jerusalem High, Big Goose Radio, Little Oos Kiana. Let's go.
DJ Una.
Hey.
For all my poly
Come on.
peoples out there.
Hey.
Usos, spreading love to my woman. As the sun beams down, and I'm looking at you, brother to brother, and all my sisters too. I share my love to all my family.
DJ Green in the building. Come on.
For whatever the reason, stay unity. A bright sunny day.
Hit the share button. Hit the share button, y'all. Come on. Hey. Fire emojis in the comments, y'all. Hey, hey.
Hey. Ladies and
Radio
gentlemen,
Jerusalem High.
that is DJ Una, Jerusalem High. Thank you, DJ Una. DJ Una, man, that's one of my favorite DJs, y'all.
Gotta throw it back for you guys. Come on.
Yeah, man, light up that live feed right now with the fire emojis for my Uso DJ Una. That was AZ with Bright
AZ.
Sunny Day.
Bright Sunny Day.
That's a super throwback, Una. What you know about that, Una?
Hey man, so I did a couple shows from a DJ Una show. I did a like a versus kind of battle between different artists.
Yeah.
And during my set, it was J Book, Spawn Breezy, and Azel or AZ. He was fortunate enough to be in the comments tapping in with us on Big Goose Radio. And he got some new music coming up. So be on the lookout for AZ.
Shout out to AZ.
And Tina wanna know in the comments. She wants to know if you're gonna do this over the weekend for this COVID life.
Yes.
Just trying to, get it on
Let's
exactly
do it.
for the
Let's
weekend,
do
not
it.
just on Thursdays.
Yeah, let's do it for the weekend, Miss Tina. Let's do it. Thank you guys. Tonight is super important. If you just tapped in, shout out to everybody listening via Dash Radio, Island City Media. I see DJ Green. Shout out to my also DJ Green. And if you're watching in via Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or Twitch, shout out to everybody that's tapped in tonight. It's a very special night. And I see Miss Lena Thompson. We'll get into Lena. I see you, Angelina. We love you. We'll get into that. But tonight we are talking Uprise 2020. And we are fortunate to have the executive director of OFM, Our Family Matters, Miss Mouse Abusa, and the rest of the Uprise team. So light it up right now, ladies and gentlemen, for OFM and the committee of Uprise 2020. Let's go.
Hey, what's up?
Mama's hands that pray for me. She taught me about these daily things, like how to fight for justice, even if these people hated me, and what it means to be someone. Until I love myself.
Shout out to Glenda.
All my problems seem to go unnoticed. Raised by peace, but I've experienced guns. Raised by brothers who believe I'm the one. Raised by brown skin who made me fall in love with the sun. Raised by uncles who would cook and aunts who look at me and call me their son. Raised by scriptures that were written on the palm of my hands. Raised by ocean waves that crashed until I'm softer than sand. Raised by wisdom that has made me a man. Raised by Polynesian love from up.
A little snippet for you guys. That was Glendo Taltua. Come on, man.
Shout out to the Uso Glendo Tortua, man. He's got an album out. Make sure y'all go and download his music. He's another instrumental part of Uprise 2020 and OFM. So shout out to the Uso Glendo. What's up, OFM family? Uprise 2020 is in the building. Let me see you light up our live feed right now, y'all.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. I want to thank you guys for being on. We appreciate you guys taking the time out to rock with Big Goose Radio tonight and be on Dash Radio, Island City Media, to talk about something that's been happening in the state of Washington for a couple of years now. And there have been so many amazing leaders who have come together to make this happen. And it's so dope to see you young people stepping up to answer the call and carry it on to where it needs to go. I'm going to start by asking you all if you would please unmute yourselves one at a time and introduce yourselves. And we'll start with the executive director of OFM, y'all.
That sounds fancy. My name's Pulamau Savusa. Thanks for having us. I'm the director of Our Future Matters. I guess I'll start by introducing my family. My dad is Galinga Savusa. He is from Nu'uli and Lauli'i, American Samoa. My mom is the lovely Celie Savusa.
OG! Come on.
She is from Kula and Ta'umanua. So shout out to all my Manukins. We are in the building. Yes, Kiana.
Kiana got all happy when you said Manu.
Kiana got to. There's no reason. There's no way you cannot be happy.
I grew up in White Center. Graduated from high school at Evergreen with Glendo Tautua, whose song was just playing. Shout out to him. I now am the director of a program that I got to grow up in out of high school. So super dope. Shout out to all of my lovely mentors. I know you mentioned Lena's in the comments, Lena, Pat Thompson. They're amazing. So yeah, we have a cool team of folks from our planning team, young leaders in the community. So I'll pass it on. Who wants to go next?
Thank you so much, Mal. In no specific order, anybody just go ahead.
I can go next.
Okay, thank you.
My name is Crystal Correa, but everyone here calls me Lewa, and I graduated from the University of Washington. I have been a part of Our Future Matters, I think, for like 7 years, maybe 8 since it started. My brother is actually Glendo Tautua, who graduated with Pulamau. And so I just want to be a little extra. But yeah, I graduated from UW with a bachelor's in political science and a double minor in both law and human rights.
Wow. Amazing. Thank you.
Go next, I guess. Hello, I'm Jesse Leal Pepe. I'm the MC. I'm one of the MCs this year. My dad is Letane Leal Pepe from Faleasi'u in Western Samoa. And my mom...
Just your mic might be a little bit choppy right now. I'm wondering if you are hooked up to a headset, if you can unplug that.
That's because you have to take your jacket off, Jesse. Where your wife beat it. That's how we
my work laptop.
That's how we recognize you from the TikTok video, Jesse.
No.
You don't want to see your jacket on.
Hey, y'all.
Ready?
Can you hear now?
It's still a little choppy, Jesse. So what we'll do is we're gonna mute Jesse real quick. Jesse, we're gonna mute you, and then we're gonna go to the next person so that you can get your sound right, if that's okay. Thank you.
All right, I'll go next. Hi everyone, my name is Lorna Sailiai. I have been a part of OFM for about 7 years. I was introduced to it as a junior in high school. About my family, my dad, his name is Officer Sailiai. He is from Olafau. My mom was born and raised in West Seattle, which is where I also was born and raised. Yeah, and I just love the community. I'm grateful for the opportunity. I've been helping out Uprise since I've been in OFM, and it's something that warms my heart. Advocacy, especially for our people, it's been a calling. So being able to be a part of this has been something that's really been important to me. So thank you for having us, and shout out to all our mentors in the live, because I see you guys in there commenting.
Thank you so much, Lorna. It's great to have you on. Okay, we got 2 more.
My name's Marissa Bonuelos. I'm Mexican and Samoan. My dad was born in Cali. My mom, Oriana Bonuelos, she's born in American Samoa. I've been in OFM for 2 years now. I go to Mount Rainier High School and Highline College.
Thank you so much, Marissa. It's great to have you on.
Hey guys, my name is Mana Tupuola, or as the flyer says, Aiden.
Aiden.
A little bit about me, a little bit about my parents. My dad is Vico Tupuola, and my mom is Utumalama Foa. And my mom's from Taputimu, and my dad's from Whangasā. But my dad grew up in Oceanside, and my mom grew up in Kalihi, Oahu. Yeah, I'm a student facilitator this year with for OFM, and I've been part of it for 4 years, I think. Yeah.
That's awesome, Mana. Thank you so much for being on the show.
All right, is it back to me?
Last but not least.
All right, I'm gonna cheat and
ladies
use
and
my
gentlemen.
phone to speak. All right.
You're fine.
He
You
just
have
wanted
seen
his
him all.
picture and his
There you go.
video.
You've
Oh, yeah,
seen
yeah,
him
I
on the
wanted my picture
TikTok
on there,
video ad, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Without a shirt, here he is with the jacket
All
and
right.
a wife beater on. Go ahead and introduce yourself, sir.
Don't use the robot voiceover on TikTok.
Yeah.
Voiceover for robot on TikTok.
All right, what's up, y'all? In case you did not hear me earlier, my name is Jesse Leo Pepe. I am one of your MCs this year. And my parents, my dad is Letani Leo Pepe. He's from Faleasi'u, Western Samoa. And my mom, her name is Aniva Leo Pepe, obviously, but her maiden name is Asuenga. She's from Pongo Pongo, American Samoa. A little more about me. I've been involved with OFM like Mao since the beginning, and so it's been cool, especially to see someone from our group be the director, become the director, and be the head of all of this. I don't know what else we answered. I graduated from Mount Rainier High School in 2013. I graduated from Central Washington University in 2017 with my bachelor's in apparel, textiles, and merchandising, and my minor in apparel design. So that's me. If you want to get to know me, that's all you get. Right now.
I think we know you by now, bro. We done seen the TikTok video like a million times. We know a little bit about you, brother. Shout out to Jesse. We appreciate you sharing. Fun
Also,
facts.
Vince is my cousin, just so y'all did, in case.
No. I'm his nephew. Jesse's my uncle.
No, heck no.
What? Jesse, don't do me like that. Jesse is my uncle. I'm his nephew. No. Jesse is family. Shout out to family, and it's great to have you guys on. And we're gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna ask you, Mao, if I'm a young person and I'm listening in tonight, explain to me. And the cool thing is that you guys already have kind of pressed upon it. What is OFM? What is OFM?
First, I want to say, if you're a young person listening, tap all your family members that are around you and listen to.
There you go.
No, our OFM stands for Our Future Matters. It started in 2013 and actually 2012 when Glendale graduated high school. His senior project, him and Manu's senior project, was creating a video that kind of talked about how Samoans are doing in the education system, and kind of reflecting and interviewing educators, other students about what their experience is like. And so from that, it launched us into, with the help of other mentors in the community like Lena Thompson and Dokavalu and my mom, Celie. They were kind of asking questions about what are we going to do next now that we have all of these experiences being shared about the school system just not fitting right for our people. What do we do next? And so then Our Future Matters was born. It started off just really being us kind of gathering like a youth group with a bunch of Samoan kids, just talking about school. And I think that's what made it a really unique space was we came together and we really talked about what the education system was like and how it wasn't fit for us, and what are things that we can do to make it be what we need it to be. And so now it has grown into a more structured program thanks to funding and supportive mentors and young people. And Uprise is one of the lovely events that we get to host that pulls in like 500 plus students, community members, educators, parents, to kind of come and have this big conversation, which only happens once a year. But I think the many conversations kind of happen, and planning gets to happen on a local level, in groups like Our Future Matters. And I also know that back at the beginning, we got to partner with our Tech Town peeps in Tautua. So
yeah,
that's just a
that's
little
so.
sneak preview. That's 8 years in a little nutshell, but yeah.
Thank you so much, Mal, for sharing. And shout out, you did. We would be remiss if we did not mention the names of folks like Lena Thompson, uh, Celie Savusa, Toka Valu, and Christina Reed. Like these folks, like I shared with the team earlier. For folks that are tuning in, like those, especially Lena. She's someone who she actually put me on to this work. Like she knows this. She's been a longtime mentor of for me and so many other young people, and I'm so grateful for folks like Lena Thompson, and Christina, and all of other leaders, who are doing this work and who really believe in the importance of community collaboration, who believe in the importance of education, higher education, and to like you said, Mao, 8 years later, like to see how much Uprise has grown, it's so dope. And like I remember being a part of the first kind of initial Uprise meetings, and my kids were like babies, and here they are. One is graduated, one and a couple in high school, and they've been to Uprise. Like, man, that I don't know, that makes me feel super old, Kiana. But I'm
I
not
can't relate.
super old,
Can't
guys.
relate.
Let's talk about. So, thank you for sharing a little bit about OFM. Let's talk about Uprise. I want to hear from the committee and young people. Talk to us about Uprise. What does Uprise mean to you? Why is it important?
I can go first again. I forgot to tell you guys, I'm also Samoan. My mom is from Bangasa, if you guys couldn't tell. But so for me, Uprise was just a chance to gain a sense of self-continuity for myself, just because it's so rare that you go into the city and you see a lawyer who's Samoan. It's so rare that you walk into the hospital and your doctor is Samoan, right? And what Uprise does is it convenes all of these people, all of our elders, all of the people, all of our community leaders, all of the people who have already achieved that. It brings them into this one space to give you a sense of self-continuity. It shows you that you can do anything that you put your mind to. You know, there are these notions of being from a certain side of the tracks or being cut from a certain cloth. Coming to Uprise diminishes all of that within yourself, or it did for me. There is no such thing as, you know, remaining on one side of the tracks because of where you come from. It shows you that a higher education, it should be the norm for us. It shouldn't be something that's like, whoa, we're going to college. We need to start setting the tone now for future generations, you know, and that's what we're doing through Uprise. Also, I don't know if you guys know this. I don't know if this is something they teach you in college or something, but networking is going to be your best friend in life, and Uprise is meant to provide you with that support. I don't know if you guys have ever heard the saying, it's not about what you can do, it's about what you know. That is my entire life. If it wasn't for Lena Thompson, Pat Thompson, Margot, Mariah Mabe, some of the teachers at Evergreens and my counselors, I never would have had that. So it's a tool to build community, and it's also just super duper duper fun. Like, do you want to win free stuff and make friends?
You said free.
You said free.
We there.
But yes, sign up because you will not regret it, and it is 100% worth your time and your efforts. We want to see you there.
That's dope. I'm gonna thank you for sharing, Crystal. Lorna, I'm gonna ask you a question. What was your experience like the first time you attended Uprise? Like, what was that thing right? Because I have some of my own thoughts, and I'm sure that Kiana and Una and all you guys who've been to Uprise, but there was a couple where there was a workshop or somebody that you engaged that really just stuck out to you that made me say like, oh, this is dope. We need more of this. What was that connection or that moment for you, Lorna?
For my first Uprise, I was actually a student facilitator, and Jesse was my my young adult facilitator. I honestly just remember feeling like I was a part of something bigger, and like the conversations that we were having, just kind of made me feel like, okay, so I really didn't go through this by myself. Like there's a whole community of us who are going through things that are similar, but we feel like we're isolated and we feel like, oh, this is only similar to me. Nobody knows what we're going through. And it was just being able to like see the similarities and be able to put all those like all our differences aside and come together was just something that like really overwhelmed me. I felt honored to be there, and it was cool because like Uprise itself is youth led, and I think that the one thing that I appreciated was while I was, I mean I still am a youth, but while I was the youth doing the Uprise, they like the adults and all my mentors who were who were part of the committee made me feel heard. I felt like they cared about what I was saying. I felt like, you know, I had a place to be able to speak. Because a lot of times growing up, you don't feel like that sometimes. So like it was just something that helped me kind of get through some of my own insecurities because I'm like, dang, like I found a community and a calling to be able to do things that I didn't think I was going to be able to do or didn't think I would find. And that's what I felt like my first Uprise.
That's
What's come
so
through,
dope.
Lorna?
Yeah.
Can I just say something very important that you highlighted, Lorna, is that each of you have so many talents, and I want to say this so that we can continue to platform young people. Um, you mentioned that a lot of times we don't give young people the space to really lead, and so that's what makes Uprise really special, and that's what makes you all so important. Is that there's not adults running the summit, y'all. So if you haven't been to Uprise before, these are the people you're going to see running up and down. Well, I mean, in a non-COVID world, but in the virtual space, adjusting all of the Zoom stuff is all young people, and that's very, very important, especially when we're talking about our future. So thank you so much for mentioning that, and I think that that's been a really beautiful part about Uprise. And I want to pose maybe to our high school students, since I know a big target is our high school students. How might you, Marissa and Montebear, so that you don't try to be like not respond? Why would you, if I'm a high school student, I've never been to Uprise before, why is it important to tap in to Uprise this year? You're unmuted, Marissa, so you gotta go. Go ahead.
Let's see. Well, when my first time at Uprise, my mom didn't tell me where I was going. So when I walked in, I was so surprised. All I see is poly kids, and I was like, "This is the first time I've ever been in a room with so many poly kids." I was so like, "Whoa!" So if you're a student out there that goes to a high school that's barely any people that look like you, have the same culture like you, have the same experiences, this is where you're gonna get it. This is where you can share some of your stories. This is where you can learn things with us that we learn. So that's what we're here for, to learn things, research things, and show it to you. And yeah.
Yeah. I think the first time when I went to Uprise, I was just told that my brothers and sisters were going to be there, my cousins. So I was just like, oh, yeah, I'm about to go link up. We're about to go party, And then it took a different turn. It took a big turn. And I was like,
talk about that.
Yeah. I was like, what am I getting myself into? Because when I was younger, I was like, oh man, all Samoan people, will either end up, in sports or the WWE, I was just like that, And then when I went to Uprise, we ended up going to different workshops. I was like, oh my gosh, we're much more than this. And they taught me more about my own culture and my parents talked to me about, because, my parents would tell me stuff here and there, but I learned that, we use the stars to travel the ocean. Oh my goshness. Like, what the heck? I was like, oh my gosh. And then seeing people who look like me, like Loa said, have like, going to college and pursuing these jobs that we don't usually see ourselves, our own people, working. It's very inspirational. And I think that, if you come to Uprise, you'll get inspired, to actually have, chase your dreams, and do what you want to do in life.
That's so dope, Mana.
See,
And Marissa,
Mana went to go kick it. Mana went to go kick it, and he
Sure
got
did.
conscious. Listen,
He
this
sure
was gonna
did.
happen. Okay, got put on game.
Huh.
Come through.
Exactly. We know what that's like, right? We just going over here to Auntie's house, and all of a
I
sudden,
don't know what that's
church.
like. Can't relate.
I thought you said we're coming to McDonald's, Mom and Dad, and all of a sudden,
Free food.
What are we doing
Free
at the
food?
church? Like, you know what I mean? But that's so dope, and I'm glad that you shared that, Mana, because if there's young people listening, like, and I'm gonna pivot just a bit to Jesse, our motto, the OFM Uprise motto, right?
Plug your TikTok. Plug your TikTok, Jesse.
Talk to us, Jesse. If I'm a young person, or even a parent at that, Jesse, give me a snapshot of the overall experience. What can I expect? Because as a parent, like, that's one of the things, right? Because, I understand what it's like growing up. So like my kids are like, oh, Dad, there's this thing going on at the school and da 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 da. And I'm like, stop that. I already came from that life. I know what you're talking about. There's, you know what I mean? But it's definitely a different vibe and culture in terms of what's happening at Uprise. I'm a parent or even a student at that. Jesse, give me a snapshot of what's to be expected, of what the experience is like.
Right. Wait, is my sound good now? It's better?
Yeah.
It's a little crunchy, but yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll just speak like really slow. I don't know. I think coming into Uprise, I think it's easy to, when you're in high school, it was an excuse to go, like skip school. Well, not really skip school, but like those kinds of things. Just be kiki with your friends, find a boyfriend, find a girlfriend. But I think the thing for me it was cool in being part of like, the planning team when we were in high school, was being able to sit at a table and for adults to actually listen to us and ask us for our input on how they would like, like how, if you were to run an event like this, a big event like this, what would you want this to look like? How would you do this? How would you execute that? And so that was the biggest thing for me was just like, dang, like, okay, these people are actually giving me the opportunity to have a voice. And I think that, I think growing up, it was hard to do that and feel like, I don't know, just feel like your voice was valid because, a lot of times it's just like, you be quiet and you listen, you listen to what you're told to do kind of thing. And so like whatever idea or opinion you have is kind of like, oh, you kind of compartmentalize those things and just like, oh, I usually am not asked for this or that, so I'm going to keep these things to myself. And so to just have that space to voice your experiences and all these things was really cool for me to like see. And I was just like, dude, it was cool. It was different. And I think even for my parents, it was at first it was hard for them to see that. And especially my dad, even when we would go to Uprise meetings and planning things, and my dad's just like, shh, you're just going to like, that's what you're doing. Like, you're not doing anything. You're just trying to go kick it.
You're just going to take your shirt off, Jesse. That's it. Stay home and do some else.
That's for after, Dad. But yeah, no, but I think them seeing, being able to see young people like myself, who they would think that we were just meeting up to leading, standing in front of a huge crowd of people, talking about these platforms that we had been discussing. And, it was just like weird for them to see, but they're like, oh, wait, that's pretty cool. Like, hey, tell us more about that. And so I think for myself, even growing up and then afterwards seeing my younger sisters step into this and become part of OFM, I was just like, okay, whoa, like I didn't ever see them until like they started, they grew up and they became a part of OFM, and I'm like, dang, what do my younger sisters have to say? Like, what's about all this? Yeah, so I don't know. It's just a cool opportunity and a space for young people to be heard and to practice, utilizing their voice. So
That's so dope. Thank you, Jesse. Shout out to everybody if you're tuning in via Dash Radio Island City Media. We are talking to OFM, Our Future Matters. We have the executive director, Miss Mao Sabusa, and then also young emerging leaders who are part of putting together Uprise, which is a Pacific Islander education summit held here in the great Northwest, the state of Washington. I'm going to turn up. So, Mao, we've heard a lot of great things about what's happening in Uprise, why young people should be there. Thank you to our young panelists who are on with us this evening, sharing their experiences, which is so dope. COVID-19, what is to be expected of for Uprise this year?
So if you guys have been following, or if anybody has caught our flyer, we have one flyer that kind of lays out the 3 days that we're doing this year. This year, since we obviously can't have the one large gathering, we decided let's like not have people sit on a Saturday from 9 to 5 on a Zoom call, because that's just not it. Let's break it down into shorter chunks. So we decided Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we were going to do Uprise as like a 3-day event. It'll be a short virtual youth town hall on Thursday evening with some young people, just kind of sharing their experiences on like how COVID has been impacting the way that they're living their lives, how school is going, addressing some of the issues around health. That's another thing that I think we shifted this year. We decided to make a shift to the overall focus of like our content, to focusing on health in the Pacific Islander community. We just felt like it was an important shift to make, because I think it's a conversation that can kind of get brushed over sometimes, similarly to education, but we specifically wanted to do it this year in light of the pandemic and everything that's been happening. We can't deny that it's been having an impact on our people. If we look at the numbers, specifically COVID related, but also I think just emotionally and the way that our families function, it's just caused a lot of uncertainty. And I think we just want to unpack that with some young people. And so Thursday evening, it'll be a town hall, a virtual town hall. We'll be streaming it from our Future Matters Facebook page. And then on Friday, we're having chat rooms, which are similar to our workshop setups. Those will be focused. Each chat room is facilitated by a team of young people, which these 4 on here are half of them. But each of their chat rooms, I'll let them share a little bit about what they're going to be about after this. And then those 2 days are both virtual days, and that we'll be going live from Our Future Matters at 6 p.m. Washington time. And so tune in and watch. And then Saturday is a drive-through event. We just couldn't let go of the fact that we wanted to see our people, even if we had to distance. So we are going to host a drive-through. It was going to be as lit as we could make a quarantine event, but because of the governor's shutdown, we had to cut even more stuff out. So it'll be a mini lit drive-through event.
Okay.
We are just going to be giving out Uprise swag bags with health information to share with your families. We are giving out grocery gift cards for the first 200 families that come through, because we know holiday season is coming up and we got to eat.
Yeah, we gotta eat.
And then last but not least, the COVID testing site will be drive-through as well. So come through. It's free testing. You don't need insurance or anything. We just need you to drive through or walk up. So spread the word. If you go to Our Future Matters, you can spread the flyer, share it around to your peeps. But that's kind of, oh, look at Una.
You know.
He's on top of it.
We stay on top of it.
This is why Una was our DJ for Uprise, and he was gonna DJ our Saturday event, but we had to chop things out. But yeah, so this is kind of a sneak preview. Shout out to all of our sponsors at the bottom. You can register at uprisepi.org. Yeah, so thanks for letting us share. But yeah, I wanted to give people a chance to share a little bit about their chat rooms that are happening Friday.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Mal. So Thursday, it's virtual. Thursday, Friday. Thursday's town hall. Friday sounds like there's gonna be some chat rooms led by our team members who are on our panel this evening. And then Saturday, y'all, it is a drive-through where the first 200 folks get a grocery gift card along with some Uprise swag material, and then there's free COVID testing happening.
Why would you not come?
Why would you not come? But here's my question, though, Kiana and Una: is there gonna be some food?
Yo, I gotta make this plug. We were planning to have Tolu Fijian Catering come through and give us some Fijian tacos to our peeps, but because of the COVID restrictions, the college was saying that we really, really, really have to minimize what we're handing out, and it was just hard to figure out like how are we gonna make the food individually and how are we handing it to them? Are we putting it in their trunk? Like,
Makes sense.
It was just a mess. So unfortunately, we can't. But go purchase food from Tolu Fijian Cuisine.
Okay.
Yes, please plug them. Tolu Fijian Cuisine. Where are they at? So that
they
folks
are in Seattle. I think they have a mobile like food truck also, so they move around. But I think they are in Capitol Hill. Check in with.
Okay. Check out Tolu's Cuisine. If not, go by Lily's Bakery.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lily and Bongi. Check out Lily's Bakery. You already know how we do on Big Goose Radio. Support Polynesian-owned businesses.
Lily, did she take the gift cards? Somebody tag Lily's Bakery.
Oh
no, Lily.
Yes, please.
Please,
Come
Lily.
on, take these gift cards.
Can we get some pineapple cups with the gift cards one time, Lily? You know what I mean? That's so dope. Thank you so much, Mal. I'm going to give an opportunity. We want to give an opportunity to each of our young people who are hosting one of the chat rooms too. And in no specific orders, talk to us about, if I'm a young person, what can I expect if I tune into your little chat room? What is going to be happening there? What should I expect?
Real quick, can I just say the drive-throughs at Highline College? Sorry, I didn't say that.
Thank you. Highline College, y'all.
10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Let's go.
I'm through.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, Laura.
Got the name right. Catching on quick.
Yes.
So our workshop, me and Mana are actually facilitating the same workshop, and our workshop is revolving around the topic of social and relational health. We're talking about relationships between yourself and your parents, between yourself and your teachers, your siblings. We are going to touch on romantic relationships very briefly. It's relationships and how to maintain
really
healthy
briefly,
ones.
right?
Yeah, real brief.
Like really brief.
But we also talk about that though. We also talk about how there is the concept of falling in love when you're young in a Samoan culture is almost non-existent. So we talk about that too, guys. It's very, very interesting, and that's something cultural. And to put a spin on it, also we're talking about these relationships in the context of a Pacific Islander culture. So that's where those notions come in, right? Where we're not allowed to date until after high school.
Much later than that, Laura. Much later than that. Come on.
Yeah, I'm still living that, especially when you're a girl, huh? But yeah, that's what we're talking about.
That's dope. Mana, you want to add anything to that, Mana?
Loa said everything. You know, most people would just think, since our theme is health, it just means, oh, health, body, you know, all that.
Right.
But, you know, there's more than that. You know, social health is very important, especially in today's times, because we're definitely being isolated. And I think it's good that we refreshen our social skills.
That's dope, Mana. Are you going to wear your hair like that on the chat? Just want to know. Because I see you just got it swagged out.
Yeah.
Huh. Suave back there, boy.
Started, you know,
head and shoulder model.
Hey, that's what's up. All right, let's go to, I think, Lorna and Marissa. You guys want to talk about your rooms or what young people can expect if they're coming into your time?
Yeah, so I'm a part of the mental emotional health workshop. Basically, what we're going to be doing in our workshop is creating a safe space for everybody to come in and have conversations that normally aren't had within our communities. One of the things we'll be talking about is how taboo mental health is within our community, and how like mental and emotional trauma happens, and we don't really know that it's mental and emotional trauma, and the ways that we deal with it. And like, you know, just trying to find healthier ways, or just being able to have conversations, because sometimes that's all you need, and we don't ever really like reach out to someone and be like, hey, can I talk to you? So our workshop is basically to try to get people to have those conversations, and, you know, hopefully one day be able to have those conversations in their own lives, but we'll also have resources for any students who do need to reach out for anybody or anything that they might need. So
I love that one, Lorna. That's so dope. Thank you so much, Marissa.
So for my workshop, it's physical health. So it's really the well-being, how you are. We're going to be going over nutrition, chronic illnesses, and exercise. It's very informational, but we're trying to make it more of a discussion. And if you do come to my workshop, you're going to be kind of like, oh wow, I didn't know that. You're going to learn a lot more stuff. So yeah, be prepared.
That's so dope. Thank you guys for sharing. And we have a large network of folks who either follow or are listening in. I'm going to ask you all, as young people, what do you need from your community? Right? We know that every year it takes a lot of planning, organizing to put on Uprise. And so there are folks who are on here, whether it's donations, whether it's funding, I don't know what it is. You need more folks to come in and support you. What is it? What do you guys need from us, from your community, to ensure that this event is successful every year, but that we can continue to do this?
We need everyone to go register at uprisepi.org. It's free, period. Everybody needs to come through. Everybody who's watching our live. Now, for real though, I think the cool thing about Uprise also is that the youth are at the front, and the voice of youth are leading all of the work. And so I think it's kind of cool to kind of like flip the tables a little bit in the way that we naturally operate in our daily lives, especially in systems here in America. It's always adults at the front and kind of leading because they know better. And I think sometimes we need to take a pause and listen to the wise words of our young people, because they have a lot to say and they have a lot of experiences, which is a practice that I think we don't get often. So the cool thing about Uprise is that it centers young people and young people's voices, but it also gives space for adults and older mentors, educators to come and listen and participate in that way by just kind of hearing what the young people have to say. So everyone is able to register. If you're registering and you're an adult, you will likely be engaging in the chat and watching on Facebook, but you will also, when we go into the chat rooms, we're very cautious about making sure that we keep those spaces with youth only, just to kind of protect their privacy and just letting them kind of be themselves. We know that we can't lie and say that we don't change what we're saying when there's older folks around. So we are very cautious of that, but we also have another discussion that will be facilitated by Lena and Matt Viana for all of the adults who will be tuning in. So come through. We got a little bit of everything for everybody.
That's dope. Shout out to the Uso Matt too, Rana, who's also been another instrumental part in OFM, and I know we know he's how much of a leader he is to the community that he's at out there in Federal Way, and also being a part of Uprise. And that's great that you mentioned that, Mal, because I want to make sure like there's something available for like parents, right? That where they can go. Like you guys have heard these young people, parents, if you're on, leave the spaces available for our young people, right? We want them to feel comfortable, and we don't want, certain dads all up in the chat rooms, certain dads all up in the chat rooms. Listen, hey, what you say there? Oh, okay. No. No, I'm saying, but that's cool that if there's something specifically for parents where they can go and get support. I know Lena, and of course Matt, they're dope. So that's great. Anything else that has not been mentioned by any one of the team members that needs to be said tonight for those that are viewing and listening in tonight?
Some of the kids mentioned earlier, or asking earlier about the TikTok challenge. So we had a TikTok challenge that was running, and there were 3 prizes for the top 3 videos that the judges that Mao knows we're gonna choose from, and we have had a few, like a handful of entries, and so if you haven't already, go check out those entries. These kids have worked hard on some of them or on all of them, and so it'd be cool for you guys to go and support them and just let them know that you see them and their work.
That's dope. Thank you. Jesse.
Also, this year, although Uprise is Washington State based, because it is COVID, it will be virtual. So it is open. People, if you're from out of state, please get your kids to register if you are interested or want them to be in something like this. I think although we don't like COVID and everything that's going on, it is a blessing in disguise because we can also sit there and like reach out to people that we haven't been able to that aren't in Washington. So shout out technically to COVID, but yeah, I think it's really cool because we're able to give out this platform.
Yeah,
That's
I want to
dope.
say, yeah, there's been other states that I've been to, like I'm thinking like Cali and Utah, where folks know about Uprise even all the way out there, and it's because they see that young people are gathering, and I think what's so important about the work that you do and platforming that is a lot of times, many of you mentioned, finding voice, and that's an indicator that people are silenced. And so anytime you see people, the young people together, people who are usually pushed off to the side gathering together, we know that there's power there. So hats off to all of you for all of the planning that you've done in preparing for Uprise this year. I do have a question that I would like each of you to answer in relation to Uprise, because it's just such key work, and I love that you said it's open to anyone. So if you're from out of state, tap in, go register on Uprise. This is your one chance, unless you're going to be in state the next time around. So if you guys could tell me, you are working so much on focusing on education and providing safe spaces or brave spaces for young people to engage annually. What is the future that you want to see for these young people? So what is this? What is the future that you foresee young people having? And I want to start. I want to start with our high schoolers. I want to start with our high school students. I want to start with Marissa and Mana answering what is the future that you want to see after folks come to Uprise every year and then approach their education in a different way.
I want a Psalm 1 doctor who check me out for free.
Come through.
No.
Accessible healthcare. That's what I'm hearing. Okay.
Yeah, I want my cousin to be a doctor, so he just no. But yeah, that kind of goes on to what I'm saying. I just hope that we inspire these kids, in the future, future generations on when Uprise, goes on. I just want to see more Polynesian, Micronesian, Melanesian kids in these work fields that we usually don't see them in.
So dope.
I think I'm the same with Mana. I want to be the doctor, and I want to also help all my friends, my cousins, all the poly kids I know around me. I want them to make goals that I know that they can do, make higher goals for themselves and reach for the stars. Because if you have the opportunity, take it, and if you need it, look for it. And I want to create a space where they can find the resources or search or ask for help. Yeah.
So you heard it here first, Dr. Marissa Banuelos.
Yeah, say that, speak that, Kiana.
Good decade, and you're gonna see her out here. Okay. How about Lorna, Jesse, Lewa, and Mao?
For me personally, I just want to be able to have conversations, because a lot of the times, like, mental health is a really big thing for me. And in our community, a lot of people, kind of make it seem like it doesn't exist, and it's very much present. Just to be able to have those conversations without, feeling like you're going to get a lot of backlash, or, just to be able to be open about things. Also, I know that when I was in high school and I was going through Uprise, and I was feeling a lot of things, but I was also really discouraged to reach for my dreams, because I thought I played volleyball. I wanted to only be a volleyball player, and I didn't really look at any other options. But I want Uprise to be able to, students to get from that, to broaden your dreams, go for whatever you want. You don't have to be an athlete. You don't have to be just the stereotypical things that go along with it in our communities. Do what you want, go for it, just being able to kind of give them that push, because it helped me a lot. It took me a couple of years, but I definitely was able to find myself. And I think that that's really something important. And I wish that students in the future can get that message also.
Thank you so much, Lorna. And I do want to pivot before you guys answer, Mao and Laura. Is I remember taking a group of young people from Lincoln High School. Shout out to Lincoln High School. This was years ago. The
Hey.
Uprise, and they was bad, but I loved them. But they was bad. Uh, and trying to get them on the bus, right? That whole thing, right? Just a great group of kids, but had all this energy, right? We'll say that.
I remember. I remember.
You remember that, Una?
I
And
remember.
right, so I'm going, and I'm actually like, this is the first time I actually kind of feel frustrated, like, because I'm just like, oh, I'm by myself. Great kids, but I don't know. I don't know. We just get to another place, and then everybody starts to like change up, right? It's all of a sudden have this new energy, right? And I'm like, trying to be the responsible adult and watch all the young people, and we go into segment or breakout session led by Lena Thompson and Sia Westerland, which is called How to Find My Spark, How to Find Your Spark. And it was just so dope. I remember everybody just like being super calm. You guys know how Lena's coming, right? She's gonna hit you with that wisdom and just kind of know she knows how to kind of settle you in. And then her and Sia, man, it was just a great experience for me to watch these young people really engage in this time. But they talk so much about what you're talking about, Lorna, about how to find their spark, or whatever that is, and how to be open. And it wasn't just like Mana's point, not just being the wrestler or the football player. Like, there's so many facets to who we are, so many gifts that we have as Polynesians, right? And here's some ways for you to find that spark. So I just wanted to just mention that for anybody who's on, especially for parents. Like, it's just a great opportunity, and thank you for sharing that, Lorna. And I hope that for you, I know that
Keep
young
pushing the
people, for
boundary.
them, yeah, for them, if you attend, that's exactly what's going to happen. Is you're going to get connected to someone who's going to help you essentially find out, or put you on a trajectory to try to identify what that spark is. So thank you. Let's go over to Mao, if you would just answer that question from Kiana, please.
Um, I think for me, if it when I imagine Uprise, I just feel like the energy when you walk in is just like you never feel that anywhere else. And I think that that feeling, if we could walk around with that feeling, that would be dope. Like when you walk in and you just see all your people and everyone's just like having a good time. Like I feel like that's what all of us have shared. Like when we come, like even that Vince was sharing, like it can feel like there's energy, and as like the leader you're kind of feeling frustrated, but like imagine transferring all of that crazy energy into whatever your passions are, right? Like I feel like if we can get to that level where Uprise is not just happening on one day, and that we're living into that into what we feel at Uprise, and that we can become the doctors that we want to see and become all of the things and lead our own community, right? Imagine what life would be like then. And I think it's a whole other conversation to talk about the fact that we were at a disadvantage because of the way that the systems were built. But I think just to continue to build off of the energy and the work of all of the people who have come before us, we can't let go. And I think we just we have the opportunity to keep pushing, and Uprise is one of the things, one of the sources of funneling that energy. And so we're grateful for all of the mentors and elders who have led this work for years and years and years before us. And we're so grateful that there are young people who are ready to take the reins, and that even if they don't feel ready, we know they're ready, and that we're going to support them. So that's just kind of how I feel about Uprise and what I'm hoping to see beyond it.
And if y'all haven't, if you're from out of state or you haven't been to Uprise in person, y'all, I mean, when Pulama is talking about an energy, we're talking about like not just a few people gathered, where, people don't think about Islanders gathering on a weekend around their education. That's always something that I love to talk about, is that you will walk into a place with 400, 500, 600 people, and they're your people. And there is no feeling like that where it's centered on young people. and the old people, wherever they're at, they're not me. But the old people are not running the show. These beautiful faces right here are the ones who are running it. And so I think that's a big part of the power of Uprising. And anytime youth are gathered to that extent. I think we still have Lewa and Jesse.
Okay, I can go. I was just gonna point at you. I think thinking, looking into the future, I think something that I would love to see. It's kind of redundant, you know. We kind of say the same thing, just in a different way. But yeah, I think that that's something that I look forward to seeing even beyond Uprise. Just in general, to see, you know, our people to break into different industries or fields that that they don't necessarily see themselves or are not normal for them to be in, and to just saturate those places. Um, and I think for myself that kind of like Marissa, I know if I didn't see many people like myself or in places where I wanted to eventually be, and so for myself, that was a different thing. Like I was like, oh, I don't see people like me. I'm gonna be me, and I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna take that place. I'm gonna be that person. And so, I think, yeah, just even my hope is that even if people or students don't necessarily, um, you know, take that step, you know, outside of high school or whatever, that they would at least have that, leave with that knowledge and feel like they have connections and resources available to them for maybe later on down the road when, you know, there's not an immediate need that needs to be met right after high school. And so um, yeah, just that's my hope for everything.
Thanks, Jesse.
Yep. Now on to you, Loa.
So for me, I think what I'm hoping that the biggest takeaway from Uprise is for the students is that they leave with a sense of empowerment. And when I say this, I remember when I went to Uprise once, there were like Kiana was saying, there was like 600 people there. And on a screen in front of this 600 people played a video, a collage, a super professional video of beautiful cultural images and the voice of my brother in the background, my older brother Christian, speaking spoken word on this platform behind this beautiful scene in front of 600 people. Wow. And I remember thinking, how did he do that? How did he get to a place where he had the power that he could use this platform and get on it, like get on that platform and share what he had to say with this many people? That's why when Mao asked me to become a facilitator for Uprise, it was like, oh my gosh, is this my time? Is this that platform that I thought I couldn't achieve, that, you know, that Uprise told me I could achieve all those years ago, you know? Wow. And that's what Uprise is. It's like, it's a constant reminder that you can get to where you're going if you just want to, and if you just try hard enough, and with the support of your community, with us here to support you, with Boog, with Kiana, with DJ Una, with all of these artists that we're supporting. Like, it all comes together in Uprise.
What a great word. What a
Thank
great
you, y'all.
word.
So wise.
Yeah, you guys are the experts, man. That's why I appreciate Uprise and the leaders for just empowering our young people to want to lead, and actually give us the space to do so, which is not very common in, I'll speak to, in Samoan culture, in our heritage. And
Right.
so I want to thank the Lenas, I want to thank the Pats, the Christinas, Toka, the Mane. I see brother Mane Tuyana on here. Shout out to Uso Mane, like all these leaders who are so empowering in the way they lead. It's so important. And thank you guys so much. I want to close with this because we're coming to the end of our time. And I see Lena on this, my little sister's on here, and folks that know me and the work that I've been called to do. Every week, guys, I'm in Green Hill facility. And if you don't know, Green Hill is a maximum security for juveniles. And I'm fortunate to work with young people, specifically Pacific Islanders, who have come in contact with the juvenile justice system. And so many other young people who are out there. And I'm going to show them this playback when I'm there next Thursday. And there might be a young person, and I'm leaning to you all because you all are experts and you know how to connect to young people. And I'm going to ask all of you guys, if there's a young person listening tonight, please give them a word of encouragement. What would be your words? What, or maybe there were some words or something that someone shared to you that you hold on to that has helped you, in this short time in your journey, right? I want to ask you guys if you would please share some words of wisdom to our young listeners and to young people who are tuned in or who might have the opportunity to listen to this at some time. No specific order.
While y'all ruminate on that, I just want to give a shout out to all the people at Green Hill School. I got a chance to visit there a couple years ago, and super wise young men there. So shout out to them.
Yeah. And they're
Okay,
watching
I
this. Love you,
have my
Bausos.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were giving peace.
Yep,
Were
go
we
ahead,
giving peace
Laura.
of advice?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So you know the saying, fake it till you make it? My advice to you is that you don't need to fake anything. You already have everything that you need within yourself to make it. You have already made it as a person. You are already perfect. Now all you need to do is go. Don't doubt yourself. You have already made it. Keep trying and you will get far in life. Also, I want to leave you guys also with this. If you guys ever need anything, please reach out to me, Mao, Jesse, Lala, Marissa, or Mana, because we're here for you guys. You know, we are your community members as well, even though you might not have met any of us. So
Thank you so much, Laura. Let's go to Mana, please.
Ooh, piece of advice to the younger ones.
Yeah.
I'm still young, guys. I know I look old. I look like I have 3 kids and pay a mortgage, but it's okay. Yeah. I feel like Loa said it. You don't need to, see this and be like, oh no, I'm cool. I don't need to do that. You know, we're genuinely here to actually, help and try and guide you the right way. We're not going to lead you astray ever because that's not who we are. We haven't been doing that in the past years. We're genuinely here to help you, and we hope that you can understand that and come on Friday. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mana, for your words. Let's go to Lorna, please.
Um, Probably one of the biggest two pieces of advice that I've kind of learned that's helped me is it's okay not to be okay. I think that's one of the things that's underrated because what happens, life gets to and the other thing is growing up, I've always heard people say change the narrative, let's change the narrative. But the thing that I was able to kind of come to is create your own narrative. You don't fit in a box, you don't fit in a category. You do what you do, and your life is your life, So whatever floats your boat, pursue it, do it your way. And maybe you're creating a path for somebody who wants to do the same. So be unapologetically you.
Love that. Thank you, Lorna.
Oh,
Let's go to Marissa, please.
I would say open yourself up to new opportunities. Like, you never know, coming to Uprise could help you meet somebody and get interested or become passionate about something, or just anything. Not just Uprise, but maybe in your school too. Maybe join a club that or make a club, or if you don't have it at your school, just open yourself up.
Thank you so much, Marissa. Let's go to Jesse, and then we'll have Mal close us out.
I think a piece of advice that I would give out to any young person is to surround yourself with people who are where you want to be, kind of thing, and to always be teachable. I think that's something that I've learned throughout my years in college and even afterwards. Is to be if there are people who are where you want to be, you can learn from them and surround yourself with them, and just soak in as much as you can from them. Because I feel like you should never feel like you've reached the peak where you know everything there is to know. So yeah, just be able to be teachable and to surround yourself with like-minded people. So
Thank
I'm
you
like,
so
and
much,
take
Jesse.
everything you can from them. Take in all that knowledge, okay, and experience. So
I love that, Jesse. Thank you so much. Let's go over to Pulimao.
Um, I would say my piece of advice is it's okay to say the same thing someone else said in a meeting. It's like, no, for real though, it's really okay. You don't need to have your own spectacular idea, but I
That's
do though.
right.
I do though.
be
No,
original, please.
get out fashion. You're doing too much. No, I think for me, it's really kind of a combination of what everyone has already said. Like, I think um, we get to this place where we kind of like have these fancy like titles and jobs, and we're like grown adults, and we think, you know, we got it. But I think it's just there are, I think it's important to unpack the things that you're uncertain about or that you are not sure, and let the young people who will come behind you know that I don't got it down, but I'm doing it, you know what I mean? And I hope I'm doing it right. But trust in yourself, and trust in the people who have mentored you all the years. I think that's one thing, that image that kind of wraps in my mind. Like, if I choose to deny this opportunity to do something great and do something new, like Marissa was saying, how am I paying back the people who have poured into my life all of the years that I've been leading up to this time? And so I think that's kind of something that has stuck with me, and that I have to remind myself even in my young adult years. Just kind of learning to trust in all of the things that I know are true about myself, and that all of the people who have mentored me have taught me. And so I'm walking with it, and I think everyone should. So yeah.
Thank you so much, Mao. I appreciate your words, all of you all. I'm going to give some space to Una. Una, if you would share some drop some gems on us, man, for our listeners who are listening in.
Right. Been quiet over there in his ambiance, changing the lights.
Can you guys repeat the question? Sorry.
Drop some knowledge on us, Una. Like, if there's a young person listening tonight, if you think back to a young Una in your junior or senior year, what would you say? What advice would you give to a younger you?
My first thing would be listen to your parents.
Nice.
They right.
There you go. Say it again, Una. Say it again.
Listen to your parents. They're
Thank you.
right. And,
Thank you.
just be you. Be the greatest you. Your only competition is you.
Nice.
Strive for what's best for you. And also I want to speak on with mental health. I know, Bug, you know, I've been dealing with mental health back in 2012. But just talk to someone. I mean, just vent. If you want to vent to someone, you have all these guys here, all brothers and sisters down below here. Vent. You know what I'm saying? Just be open. Let it all out. And just, I don't know. I'm not really good with words, you know. I let my music speak for itself. But just always keep your mind busy. If anything, just keep your mind busy. Life is short, but you know, make it the best.
Thank you so much, DJ Una.
Can't believe you had me do this, man.
You got it, bro. All
You
right,
got
Miss.
me,
All right,
You see my voice is all shaking. I'm like, oh my god.
Lil Us Kiana, drop some knowledge on us.
Let's see. If I was talking to younger me, I would say just stick with it. You know, take up space. I am and was probably always will be a little bit awkward, and I was a very awkward young kid. But it taught me to see the world in a very different way. So, all you awkward turtles out there, just stick with it. Be with it. Okay, teaches you how to be innovative. Teach you how to think outside of the box. So, yes, shout out to all my square bears out there. Over to you, Bug. Answer your own question. You know, about 50 years ago when you were a young person.
You'll do me like that. You'll do me like that.
What's the advice you have for young people?
You know,
he was like young 5 years ago.
You know, I mean, this bit of advice helped me throughout my young life because I'm only 22, guys. Just to let you guys know.
Bello.
Is a mentor of mine. Shout out to and if Lena's still on, she knows AJB Annie Jones Barn, Pastor Annie Jones Barn, and there was some tough times, tough seasons that I went through. But I remember she said this to me, Vince. She said, "Let your first thought be love. Let your
Mhm.
first thought be love." And that has helped me, right, in some of the nastiest storms that I've been through. Is to always think about to always let that be my first thought, to think of love, and that, as a person of faith, we know that that love is the love of God, and
Yep.
it comes from him. And so I want to thank all of you all for taking the time. OFM, Uprise, team. Let's give them a big round of applause. Let's light up our live feed right now
Hey,
for the
shout
entire
out.
team. I've pinned it. It's uprisepi.org. Parents, if you're on, go and register your kids. They don't even got to know. Just
Right.
go register them right now. Right?
They
I'm
don't
going to
got
do
nowhere
that.
to go.
They got
Yeah.
nowhere to go.
Done.
Young people,
Locked
and
down.
for everybody that's asking us on Twitch and Instagram right now, because they can't see what I pinned, it's uprisepi.org. You can register. You don't have to be from Washington. That's the dope thing. You can be from anywhere. So everybody from California that's on our IG right now asking about it, yes, you can sign your kids up for Uprise 2020. It's gonna
Australia,
be
New
dope.
Zealand,
Australia, New
come
Zealand,
through.
American Samoa, tap in because the borders are closed. Y'all ain't going nowhere, so y'all might as well tap
Come
in.
to Palau.
Yeah, come through. It's going down this week. In all seriousness, I want to thank you guys. Thank you all. Thank you, young people, man, for answering the call. You all inspire us in so many different ways. I'm honored to be on this panel with you all. We stand behind you 100%. We support the work that you're doing, and we are here. Thank you so much. And thank you to everybody listening in via Dash Radio, Island City Media, or if you're watching in Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch. Thank you guys for tapping in. I'm going to share this information so that I'll share the Uprise flyer so that you guys can get registered. But it's been so great. We look forward to seeing you guys this weekend, Thursday, for Uprise. I can't wait to rock with y'all. There's going to be some giveaways, right? And for those that are asking about who won the TikTok challenge, don't even ask. I already won, son. I already give me the prize. I already won the TikTok challenge. No, they're gonna announce that.
You don't get to ask.
Bro, I can't show you right now. But no. Yeah. So for you guys, there's folks asking on Instagram right now about the TikTok challenge, who won, and I'm letting you guys know that they're gonna announce that during Uprise this week. So there it goes to answer you guys. Thank you guys so much. We love you guys. God bless you guys. Take
Thanks,
care, Uprise
y'all.
committee. God bless. Dang, Kiana, Una, man, those young people are amazing.
Yeah.
They are I wasn't doing none of that stuff when I was their age.
You know what's funny? They started Uprise at the once I graduated. So once I graduated high school, that's when Uprise started.
That was like 1980.
Hey, no.
What year did you graduate, Una? Was it like what was
2012.
Oh, 2012.
Yeah, so right after high school, that's when the Uprise started. And damn, man, I wish I had that
I know.
when I was in high school or when I was in school, period.
And I think that that's the most important part of it is that like there's always going to be things that we wish we wanted, and so the important part is that whatever we wish we wanted, there's no reason for us to not create it, right?
Yeah.
And I always put that kind of at the forefront of any work that I do. I'm like, you can wish all you want, dog, but unless you got time travel, you ain't going back in time, so you might as well create it, right? And create those spaces. So I mean, I think it's so important what they do, not just because it reaches so many more young people, but it's also an important tool of leadership development when you show young people how to develop their voice, when you show them how to step in a space, how to run a conversation. Like you can't unlearn these things. So I love that about Uprise as a space. So just shout out to all of our young people who joined us tonight. That was so important. And parents, if you're out there, these are the young people who are going to create that space for your young folks. So make sure they're tapping in. Give them something constructive to do because there's not going to be a whole lot of things we can do in this lockdown. And Uprise from their own room or from your own house is one of the best things they can do in this time.
You got, if you're in the state of Washington, you ain't got no excuse.
No excuse.
Everybody and their mama, you better just register and be at Uprise this week. You ain't doing nothing. You on lockdown, right? You doing virtual learning. So get yourself hooked up. Parents make it mandatory, right? Just go ahead and sign up all your nieces and nephews. Just sign them all up for Uprise. We want to see everybody. We want record numbers for Uprise this year. And I think it's so dope. And you mentioned it, Kiana, is that, you know, just create it, right? But what the great thing is about that is like having leaders that, you know, can cultivate that within young people. Finding the treasures that live within young people is so important, because right, the truth is there were those folks that existed in my time, but there was nothing intentional like an Uprise or like an OFM or a Tautua or a Luminati or I'm forgetting the name of Mata'ala, right? Like there was nothing like that. And what's the other PI? Let's just say them all.
There's UPII from
UPII. Anybody else? There's a group from Lacey. Laumua. Right? There none of those things really existed. It was, for me, it was like, Kiana knows this, it was like in the church. Anything outside the church was like not allowed. We couldn't go to anything, you know what I mean? So it's dope, right? But the most important thing is, if you're a leader, is that you are, right? Because we are, and as corny as this might sound, we are treasure hunters, right? As advocates, as mentors, it is our job to help, right, find those treasures that already exist in young people, right? It's there. It's your job to help that young person identify what it is, and then keep them on a continuum where they can cultivate and grow those gifts and put them in a path where they're going to be successful, which is so key and so important. That has helped me in my journey as a mentor. And look at Una. No, I'm just joking. No, all that time I spent practicing the DJ stuff with Una, like, look at Una now, man. No, I'm just joking.
Like, you know, work paid off. And I think, you know, when we were young, Vince, you know, part of why we were all in the church is that is the reality that our parents knew and created for us.
Yeah.
And so now that we're our parents, and now that we're in those positions, it is our job. It's our role to create those spaces for people. And what I can just say, just watching young people learn and working in the colleges, is just like, there's so much, probably the most malleable we will be in our lifetime is in this age, like from high school into like our early 20s. And you can always, you know, switch things up like later on down your life. But if you have the opportunity to do something that can change the entire way our young people could create a future, like, why wouldn't you do that, right? Like, if we want spaces where our young people can come to and gather in the hundreds and be safe and feel empowered, like, why not come together and do that? And so just shout out to all Lena and Celie and Tina and all of those folks out there just doing that work, continuing to platform young people, because as we can see, it just continues to go year after year because of their investment in it. So I love that. I think it's such a beautiful thing.
Yeah. So, and I love what Maus said. Like, it's so important for her, you know, to think about the mentors and those that invested in her, right? To come back and to give back, right? That's so dope, man. And so thank you to all of the young people from OFM, from Uprise, for the work that you guys continue to do on behalf of our Pacific Islander students, young people. Thank you guys, man. Our prayers are with you all. Thank you so much, Kiana and DJ Una, for rocking with us on Jerusalem High tonight. Make sure you tune back in Thursday night with DJ Una for the DJ Una show. And then the last Sunday of the month, we'll have Tea Time with Kiana. And then Fridays, we'll be back here for Fire Fridays. We got a whole lot of Vic and Kaseki performing live. And then make sure you get your kids registered for Uprise, happening Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It's been lovely to rock with y'all. Shout out to Island City Media Radio for everybody tuning in. We love you guys. God bless. Stay safe. DJ Una, take us out with a joint, baby. Let's go.
Party cup. I lose a party, put your hands up, and with the girl them say.
DJ Una.
Let's go.
So we tell them, drinking on me party cup. I lose a party, put your hands up, and with the girl them say. And with the dogs them say. I go, baby.
Uprise 2020 this week. Sign up, register. Come on.
I can't wait to see you. You are the treasure I've been waiting for. Do you know how much I really need you? I dey pray for the day when I can finally give.
Go download Glendale Talk to us new album, y'all. We're gonna keep DJ Una on. Miss Kiana and I gonna exit for a little bit. DJ Una's
I was raised by mama's hands that pray for me.
God bless y'all.
These daily things, like how to fight for justice, even if these people hating me, and what it means to be someone. Until I love myself so deep that all my problems seem to go unnoticed. Raised by peace, but I've experienced guns. Raised by brothers who believe I'm the one. Raised by brown skin who made me fall in love with the sun. Raised by uncles who would cook and aunts who look at me and call me their son. Raised by scriptures that were written on the palm of my hands. Raised by ocean waves that crashed into.
I didn't know I was gonna be the only one.
Raised by wisdom that has made me a man.
Uprise 2020, come on.
From up above that is crafting my plans. Raised by choke slam, the rock, and all the things that he said. Raised by wrestling tourneys up on our beds. Raised by laughter that would take over nights until it hurt in my head. Raised by mentors who believe me instead.
Shout out to Glendale.
By everything that makes a boy who is hurting inside take a chance and use music to vibe. And everything is alright as long as roots stay truly aligned. I won't never lose the will to survive. Look, I take a chance to see the good in all the things I've survived. Couple death with pain and trauma, yet I feel so alive. Write a verse while I was searching for my God to provide. He said, son, the answer's always inside. And I'm finding my destiny, yeah. It's time I find my way home. It's taking the best in me, yeah. But it's time I find my way.
Ride with me, y'all. Come on.
And now it's my turn. You live and you learn. I'm looking for rest in all the lessons I've learned. I'm finding my destiny, yeah. And it's time I find my way home. Look, I was raised in a town that was deeply diverse. It taught me how my love should come first. White Center is a place with many faces, yet they dump all their hurt on my community. And
hey, Agnes.
I was raised by many pages of a book that no one wanted to read. If you touched the ink, the pages would bleed. If you focused on the cover, it would smile, providing all that you need. But the story's never meant to succeed. I was raised by ukulele strums, freestyles, and a game that we always left on in case we didn't press save. I was raised by mad at nights and smack talking for days until we memorized every play. I was raised by my best friend's hands and his loyalty too, the kind that made me feel safe while I was going to school.
Jesse, bro, come be my backup man, backup model.
Raised by women who would love me.
I see you tapped in still, bro.
Raised by life itself and all the things I would gain. Raised by stories that reminded me my soul has been saved. Raised with strength in my voice to always be unashamed of the power that would come with my name. And I'm finding my destiny, yeah. It's time I find my way home. It's taking the best in me, yeah. But it's time I find my way home. And now it's my turn. You live and you learn. I'm looking for rest in all the lessons I've learned. I'm finding my destiny, yeah. And it's time I find my way home. Nella music. Oh, Kids B. You bad, you bad. Girls out there doing too much on a video. On a video. Oh, girls out there. You bad, you bad, you bad, girl. Many girls out there doing too much on a video. On a video. I don't know what you been through, but I'm gonna set things right. You're a million times better than them girls on them videos. I think I'm gonna holler tonight. You're like live and direct, I can reach out and touch you, girl. Not a dream or a fantasy. Oh, now, I promise you this, they gon' trip when you walk along. You're the reason J-Book says, yes, I said many. Girls out there, you bad, you bad, you bad, you bad, girl. Many. Girls out there, doing too much on a video, on a video. That's right. Girls out there, say, you bad, you bad, you bad, you bad. Many. Girls out there.
Too much on the video.
Well, I couldn't resist the urge to tell you the end of my story.
Gotta close it off with this.
For all of those who wanted to know, was there life after the pain? After the pain, you come and love me.
Vibe with me, come on.
And I welcome you. You're a glad sight to see. And after the rain and all that I have been through, still can't explain how I can still love you like I do, but I do, yes I do, still love you like I do. Oh, you still do me like you do. After the pain, we sit and we talk a while.
Polydope gear.
And I fight with all my might to hold back the tears from falling with a pleasant smile.
You like it, Lily?
After the rain, I can't believe you got the nerve
Polydope.com.
to still call me baby. And I try to tell you no, it ain't so, but I guess no just ain't in me. 'Cause boy, I still love you like I do. Boy, you still do me like you do. Yeah, I know you're laughing, those of you who heard pain. Yeah, you're right, I sure did. I said I'd never take him back again. Well, it's a woman's prerogative to change her mind, isn't it? But we do it all the time. Don't laugh, you probably done the same thing too. It's just that you know me and I don't know you. You know, one thing time has taught me that having a piece of man is better than having no man at all. So I'm gonna just take what I got and work with it. You understand what I mean? And don't you remember
Got the ski mask, Goose.
years when people used to try to help you stay together? They find out you're on the verge of breaking up. They used to cook up a little food and throw a little party and whisper things in your ear like, don't blame Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie is just a man and he's doing the best he can. I heard him say, don't blame Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie is just a man and he's doing the best he can. That's why I still love you like I do. Though you still do me like you do. I know that you know it's true. After all I've been through, I should be through with love.
Come on, J Fest.
There's a God up above
My brother Money.
that keeps saying